A hero's welcome for the Apex Predator.
5 sins of Randy Orton in WWE. Randy Orton is one of the greatest superstars in WWE history. He is a 14-time world champion and one of the most respected names in the industry today. He is passionate about the business and extremely giving, while Orton is a model employee these days. This wasn't always the case. Randy himself has admitted to making many mistakes and having to grow up over the years. He has done some things or allegedly made decisions that have seriously impacted others. This article will take a look at 5 of the most egregious sins in Randy Orton's wrestling career. It should be noted that other parties brought up some of these, but regardless, the Viper likely regrets many of these incidents if they did indeed happen as described. Randy Orton allegedly led to Rochelle Loewen quitting WWE. Rochelle Loewen may not be a name many wrestling fans know today. She was brought into WWE over 20 years ago and only stayed with the sports entertainment juggernaut for a brief period despite appearing on Raw and SmackDown, according to legend. Orton may have bullied Rochelle or at least taken playful ribs too far by taking tanning lotion and baby oil and dumping them into her bag. During an interview with Val Venis, it was seemingly confirmed that he messed with her bags while traveling overseas. Rochelle ultimately quit WWE, and Orton's antics allegedly inspired the decision. World Wrestling Entertainment was a much different company back then, and this kind of intense ribbing was all too common. Thankfully, that has changed. Number 4. He allegedly got Mr. Kennedy fired. Mr. Kennedy was a WWE star who many believed was the future of the industry. He had a boatload of charisma and could speak on the mic as good or better than almost anyone else in his era. Unfortunately, a series of events damaged Mr. Kennedy's ascent to the top. Injuries and a wellness policy failure seemingly made WWE believe he wasn't reliable, but an incident with Randy Orton potentially sealed his fate that on the May 25, 2009 edition of Monday Night Raw, Kennedy allegedly hurt Randy Orton with a back suplex. Orton snapped at him in the ring and allegedly got Kennedy fired. In interviews, Ken Kennedy takes the blame for his dismissal, but some, including Stevie Richards, believe that Orton was at least partially responsible. Number 3. Orton once kissed Stephanie McMahon in front of Triple H. Triple H is the current boss of WWE, but this hasn't always been the case. While he's had some power for decades, he has only truly become head of creative from 2022 onwards. Still, he had plenty of power in part thanks to his relationship with Stephanie McMahon. The two have been married for a long time and have 3 daughters together, which makes the 2009 storyline all the more bizarre. During a Monday Night Raw episode from March 23rd, Randy Orton kissed Stephanie McMahon after hitting her with an RKO, all while Triple H was forced to watch on, handcuffed to the ropes that, of course, this incident was just part of a storyline and was done in kayfabe. Still, kissing Vince McMahon's daughter and Triple H's wife is one of the more bizarre incidents in history. Number 2. He once aired Kelly Kelly's dirty laundry in an interview. Kelly Kelly was a very popular WWE superstar who debuted in the sports entertainment company in 2006 as part of the ECW brand. Her popularity grew over the next few years, and she eventually became a champion. Randy Orton and Kelly Kelly had a very short-lived angle on television, and later, when asked about it in an interview with 98 Cup's Real Rock radio show in 2011, Orton went on a rant of sorts, accusing Kelly of being intimate with numerous other roster members. While he apologized for his behavior on social media, airing Kelly's alleged dirty laundry to the public was low. Not long after this, Orton seemed to clean up his act, and incidents became far less common if they happened at all. Number 1. Orton failed the wellness policy more than once. The final sin on this list is Randy Orton's history with the wellness policy. While less of a subject to be discussed these days, the wellness policy was introduced at a much stricter level in the mid to late 2000s to combat the rising rate of wrestlers passing away. Unfortunately, many WWE stars have failed the test over the years, and at one point, these failures were posted publicly. Orton himself failed the test in 2006 and again in 2012. He was also linked to a signature pharmacy scandal in 2007. Once again, the Viper has since improved considerably. Additionally, the policy has changed, thanks partly to the fact that *eju*na is now legal in some states in the U.S. Regardless, These were unfortunate setbacks in Orton's career. While the Viper undoubtedly made some alleged mistakes, he has become one of the best and is now a model employee. This shows that anyone can evolve and better themselves. Randy Orton's actions for a former WWE superstar results in an interesting reaction. 40-year-old sends the Viper a message. Randy Orton tried to prevent the departure of now former WWE superstar Baron Corbin. On Twitter/X, Corbin, now known as Tom Pestock, sent a message to the Viper. In November 2024, Pestock departed WWE after the company didn't renew his contract. This marked the end of his 12-year tenure with the Stanford-based promotion. Pestock held the United States Championship and the NXT Tag Team Championship with Braun Breaker during his time in WWE. On Twitter/X, Pestock sent a message to Orton, who wanted the 40-year-old superstar to stay with the company. The former WWE superstar praised his former colleague for his attitude. Tom Pestock, Baron Corbin, opened up about his discussion with Randy Orton. Tom Pestock recently opened up about his discussion with Randy Orton, who thought the former United States champion would stay with WWE for at least another decade. Speaking to Chris Van Vliet in a recent interview, Pestock stated the following: "Randy's like, dude, I honestly thought you were going to be here another 10 years. I don't understand it. He's like, do you mind if I talk to Hunter about it? I don't know if he ever did, but he's like, somebody doesn't like you. I'm like, there's nothing I can do to change that." Orton is one of the most well-renowned wrestlers in WWE. The former multi-time world champion is presently absent from television after taking a piledriver from Kevin Owens, who betrayed his former ally for siding with Cody Rhodes. The Viper's return is yet to be confirmed. However, he could make a huge comeback with the Royal Rumble season around the corner. Moreover, Rhodes will defend the undisputed WWE Championship in a ladder match against Owens at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. Randy Orton to return and play a major role at Royal Rumble 2025? Exploring the possibility. Randy Orton hasn't been seen on WWE television since Kevin Owens took him out with the banned package piledriver. The Stanford-based promotion confirmed that the Viper sustained some serious injuries following the vicious attack by KO. The injury has kept him out of action since November 2024. However, recent updates have been pointing at his potential return. That, on the other hand, Cody Rhodes has been embroiled in a heated rivalry with Kevin Owens for months. The arch-rivals are locked to clash in a high-stakes ladder match at the 2025 Royal Rumble. The American Nightmare is the favorite to win the match against KO, but there's a possibility that Randy Orton could make a shocking return at the Royal Rumble PLE and could turn heel, launching an attack on Cody Rhodes instead of punishing Kevin Owens for injury.